Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Big Ambitions. In today's video I will start a new series which is Road to 1 Million. I'll do my best to be as efficient as possible with my time, to reach business autonomy as fast as possible, and expand enough so we get to the 1 million mark and beyond. I'll start a new game and apply no changes to the defaults here. I'll make the game year last 365 days, but I will not change any other settings. So let's get started. Our character should be able to stand out, so let's make use of the newly added hairstyles and colors. The same goes for the clothes. So let's not waste any time, and the first thing that we need to do is acquire a vehicle. So immediately I'm looking for a taxi in the street. We rely here on the RNG gods, and luck appears to not be on our side, but I'm hopeful. And here it is, and with this taxi we'll go straight to the car dealership and get our beloved car. Make it in pink, cause we look good in pink. Now that we have a means of transportation, the next stop is El Gato Supermarket. We'll need to get a job here. The reason for this is so that we have a slightly higher capital, so when we'll eventually get a loan from the bank, we'll be able to ask for more money. And look at this car. Even though we went straight into a collision with a truck, we're still at 100% durability. Before getting a job, we need to buy food. I recommend buying the fresh food, as you only need one to fill up the entire hunger bar. This is important because even though you don't die from starvation in this game, your energy gets consumed a lot faster if you're hungry. And without energy, we'll not be able to work for a full shift, which eventually will get us fired. Now that we got enough food, let's find a free parking area. Remember, every little bit of savings we can make help us towards our goals. As we just woke up, we need to eat so our energy stays high. The shifts are easy and boring, but luckily we don't need to do this for a long time. Now with a few days behind us, we're on day 5. We managed to make a bit of cash, so it's time to find out how much the banks are willing to give us to help us start our new business. We'll firstly check out Jensen Capital, since we have very conveniently parked right in front of it. Unfortunately, they can only do 40k maximum, which for us will not be enough to cover our expenses towards our new business. Luckily, there's another larger bank that I think will be able to help us. Alright, so it appears they can give us at least 80,000. So let's not waste time, give them back the money and try with 100k, which is an amount more appropriate for our needs. And it appears the luck is on our side and the bank was willing to give us 100k. We don't need much more than this, like I said, so I don't need to find out what the limit is right now. Next up, we need to find a good location for our business. Something mid-size with a good traffic index. We know that the garment district has mostly working class people, Hell's Kitchen has middle class, and Midtown is mostly made up of upper class. So based on this, our aim should be for Midtown, as we will be able to charge a lot more. The rent will be also higher, but I'm sure that with a clothing store we cannot fail. We're going to settle for this one right here. It is mid-sized in a good location, and if you want to expand later on in another area, the building type is matching another one from Murray Hill, which means we will be able to make use of the blueprints. With these basic things out of the way, it's time to head to the appliance store. As it's standard with any business, we need to get the essentials in order. Like a cashier, some sort of cupboard to place the cashier on, a cleaning station to keep the store nice and tidy, and some storage shelves for our products. That should be enough to get us started. A business is not complete without a supplier, so let's head to the local wholesaler, sign a contract for our clothing store. Ideally, we would have a warehouse and work directly with the import-export companies, but that requires a bit more capital and it's a greater investment, so for now, we will work with the local ones. Unfortunately, we cannot sign a contract as our clothing store is not yet equipped with a storage shelf. That's not a problem as we already bought them and they sit in our trunk. We also got their contact information, so once we install the storage shelves in our store, we only need to call this wholesaler and set up the contract without traveling here. We still need some business-specific items, such as the clothing racks and the changing rooms. I cannot remember which company is selling those, so I'm heading first for Totally Not IKEA here. Even if this is not the place I need, it still doesn't count as wasted time, as we will get their contact information in our phone, so next time when we need their services, we won't have to travel all the way to their address. Unfortunately, IKEA was not the right place for us. So I'll use my trusty map and try at another store. This time is gonna be the AJ store. And it just so happens that luck is finally on my side and we managed to find our much needed items. So besides the changing rooms and clothing racks, we will also need some speakers which will help with the customer service, and also a few cameras so we have some level of security in the building. We are still on day 5 and we haven't wasted much time so far. So in the same fashion, let's install the items we bought earlier and then we can have some much needed rest. Tomorrow we will receive the items we just ordered today, so we will be one step closer to opening. And I think this brings our first episode to an end. We made great progress today, and I believe we were as efficient as possible with our time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.